Well, hello and welcome back to New Hope Farm. This is Series 2, the goat years. So basically, we're still going to be continuing, of course, with all our cow activities, all our dairy activities, our cattle, our beef. That's still going to go on as normal. And we've now introduced goats, which we introduced to the back end of the last series, and I do believe we have our first kids, but let's just go through as we go down to go and have a look at some of the changes, the winter changes that we've done already. So the first thing that we did is we built the manure heaps. And if you recall, in the last series they weren't working that well, but it does look like we have some manure. Yeah, we've got 314 litres of manure in there, so it looks like that's working, but we'll keep our eye on those. We also put one in here at the bullpen. Put that in at the back here. It's on a bit of a slope when we come to collect it. And let's have a look and see how much is in here. 134. They were only done sort of late in the afternoon. It's a bit uneven there. I just couldn't get that smoothed out. We've also put one at the calving barn, but I don't think there'll be much in there because we've only got one cow in there. Yes, nothing in there at the moment. Although it might be, I did butt it up quite close to there, and that might be taking effect, but we'll check that out. And yeah, so otherwise we've got, I think we just had a calf born. We've got, I think we'll just check that quickly while we're here. I won't move it now because all these type of routine, there it is, having a bit of fun. Let's have a look and see what we got there. And we got a brown Swiss out of the Holstein, so our brown Swiss bull has been doing its job. Let's have a look at it. Oh, very good, very good. Another really good bull, but we seem to be getting an awful lot of bulls. I think in January we got, I think, 7 babies and 6 of them were bulls. So that's a little bit unlucky, but now there has been an update to the realistic farming mod, which I have installed. One of the things that it did say is that you could castrate the bulls. We get such good stock, I don't think I'm really going to be doing that. But I couldn't quite find out how to do it at this point, but I'll need to investigate that a little bit more. Right, so let's go and have a look and see. And we do have our first bit of goat milk. You can see that straight away. 6 litres. And let's jump over the fence. And there we go. Now that looks like a, yeah, it looks like a lamb and not a, so there's a bit of a conundrum. So what does that say there? Oh, it does say goat, so the classification is right. And yeah, I suppose it could look Yeah, actually it does look like a kid. I was just thrown off because when I came in this morning it said 2 lambs were born, but goat ram. High, very high. Yeah, we didn't have the greatest of breeding stock to start with. And certainly the females will be it's, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's something to work on. Any case, so that is progress. I think we had those. Yeah, we had those already built, and I think towards the end of the last season we also built the extra goat barns to move the potentially good. Is there another one in here? I don't think this was a new one. Let's go and have a look and see. Oh, we should have tagged those other ones. We'll go back and do that in a minute. And so we've got, yeah, they're all named, so it's great. So they're doing okay. What are they? How do they look? Well, yeah, they just feed off the meadows, really. That's another little problem that I was having with getting extra feed in. The trigger points are very, very funny on here in terms of the trailer I was using, so I might have to just look at a couple of different trailers there. And let's have a look at the third one. So yeah, and yeah, see, this one is just feeding on the meadow, and the health is great. So we're just going to have to monitor numbers in these until I can work out what's happening with bringing in the extra feed. I do get it in sometimes, but I really struggle to find the trigger point. Yeah, those are all too young, 21 months old, still not pregnant, but Zeppelin might be too young. 10 months, yeah. So still a little while. It's a bit of future planning there. Yeah, so they're looking all good, and that's going to be our new, well, not our new venture, newish venture. Let's put it that way. I need to smooth that out there as well. And it's going to have a look. So this is one of the new ones. So we'll apply a monitor to that. And we'll change and give it a new name. That's good. And the goat ram. So I think I'm going to have to. How's that one? Very good. I think what I'm going to have to do is build a ram barn as well, so we can put not our rams. It's a bit misleading that, because they are actually billies. And then we will just sell them for their meat, I think. Confirm. So we'll do that, most probably not in this episode. This episode I just want to concentrate on going around and just getting back into the swing of things, just showing you what's happened. And then there's one last winter job that I'd like to do in this episode. So the next thing I want to do is I think we've got a lot of product to sell. So I will head on back down to the dairy, and I will see you once we are there and loaded up. Right, you're back with me, and we've just loaded up, and we are off down to the markets. But before we get there, and before we get onto the road, let's just check to see where we can sell, well, we can get our best price. plenty of places we can sell our stuff. So we've got some mozzarella that's at the restaurant, which is nice. We've got some cheese, which is also at the restaurant. That's our best price there. And then our best price for yogurt is at the market stall. So I think we'll go and drop off the market stall and then come back through the restaurant and drop off the rest there. So we should get in a nice little tidy sum. Go and get those delivered and make some money, some more money. We didn't sell anything in February, at least in January, which is kind of what happens, especially with cheeses. A lot of people buy so much cheese and get cheese for Christmas presents and things like that, that January is always the worst month for cheese sales. And of course people are on diets as well. So let's get that unfastened, and that one unfastened. Oh, and we're a little bit too far out there, so we did get about 7,000 plus a little bit on the environmental score there. Let's just move in a bit closer. Must remember that the market stall is a fairly small offloading area, which is fair enough, I suppose. There we go. And we've got another 4,000 there. So that's nice. It's about 10,000, wasn't it? We'll go around to the restaurant now. And we'll go and sell these individually at the restaurant, cheese and that, so we can see more or less what we make on each of those. Here we go here. Right. Hopefully we... Oh, we might not be in there. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we go. And why doesn't that want to sell now? We might have to take it off. Just hold on 1 second. I'm going to use super strength for this just because I took off the... Let's see if we... Yeah. It's just a bit high. Or maybe it's a little bit outside the area. Let's try that quickly. Maybe we have to be a little bit across. It is. So we're getting just over 3,000 or 3,500 for each crate there. I must remember in future I'll have to bring the forks on. I thought it was so good that I took the forks off. And the mozzarella, this is the one that makes the good money. 14,000 just for that one pallet. That's not too bad. We were just under 100,000, so we've made about, well, I'd say close to 40,000 there. In any case, so that's the sales done. Now we can go, we just drop off this trailer, and I will then go through to what I think is probably our last winter project, let's put it that way. And yeah, there we go. Right, so let's get down to the dairy, and we will, or the dairy area, and we will get started on our last winter project. So I don't know if you recall, in the first series we did say that our cheesemaker wanted a little bit more challenge, and now that we're starting to get some goat milk in, we are going to put in a addition to our dairy, and it is this here. So go into factories, it'll come down towards the bottom. These are mod, and it's this mod here, the special dairy. So this is our little specialist area that we are that's going to produce pretty much all the dairy products, but some specialized dairy products. Let's just get in there, and we're going to put it around about here somewhere, just so that it's see where we can get it as level as possible. We're going to have to do a bit of landscaping, of course, because of the hills. Don't want it too far away either. I think I saw 60 there somewhere. There we go. So we'll have that there, and yeah, we've still got a bit of room that we can maneuver in there. So it's probably going to be a little bit difficult to see. I might as well get the quad bike out actually. I was going to get onto the quad and come down, but I decided to just walk through because it was just around the corner a bit. Let's just get through here, and here we go. So let's have a look and see how it plays out. So we'll kind of come up here. It's not too bad. It's a bit of a bump up there. How's it looking going down the other way? So if we go down the bump, there's a bit of a bump there. Yep. Right, so let's do a bit of landscaping, get this a little bit smoother. Alright, we're in the wrong spot again, aren't we? Park off over here somewhere. Go through to the landscaping, smoothing. We'll start somewhere there. Nice way of clearing the snow. There we go. Still a bit of a ramp there, but not much. I've still got my super strength on from taking those pallets off. It's not too bad. We can survive with that. So let's get the paving stone in. There we go. Flagstone. Right, so that's that done. Let's have a quick drive around. Let's see how it plays out. Does seem to play out alright. Wondering if I shouldn't just connect the road up to here. There's a bit of a bump down there. Well, we'll do that for another project, because we do tend to take the shortcut down the bottom here. Let's have a quick look at this. Can we get inside? Yep, we certainly can. Very compact. Very compact indeed. We need to just find out where all the triggers are, I think. I wonder if there's a trigger in here. It doesn't look like it. Enter vehicle, we don't want to enter the vehicle. Here's the turn on shed lights, so we can turn on lights. There, okay, there's the, it's right down there in the corner. So what can we make? We can make aged goat cheese. That's what we really want to make in here. The mozzarella we can still make. Right, so we've got, that's what we really after, is making the aged goat cheese in here. Normal cheese, goat milk. So we want to use this mainly for our goats. I think that's what we're going to do. Gorgonzola. What does Gorgonzola need? Alright, so this does buffalo milk and goat milk. Ricotta we can do. So let's have a look and see. Gorgonzola, what do we need for that? Can do cow's milk as well, but I can't see a storage for cow's milk in here. It's probably just stores it all as milk. Oh, it's just milk there. It doesn't say cow milk. Yeah, no, so we can. So Gorgonzola is normal milk. So we put some, we can make a lot of different cheeses now. Specialist cheeses. But I mainly want to use it for our goat and buffalo. And we'll use the other dairy for our cow's milk. Except, as I say, ricotta, what do we need for that? That's also normal milk. Mozzarella, normal milk. Yep, so that gives us a lot of different types of cheeses that we can do. And on top of that, we've got our ace cheesemaker happy. So on that note, I think that's where I'm going to end this episode, this first episode of Series 2. Do hope you've enjoyed it. Do hope you will... I need to smooth that out a bit there. I do hope that you will continue to watch the series. And we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.